Let's get it. Class is in session. Welcome to Invest Your Bag Financial University, everybody. Let's get it. The one and only Invest Your Bag. You know how I'm coming. You know how I teach this stock shit, and you know it ain't nobody else that teach like me. I break this shit down to the T. That's how I got my name in this shit. Let's get it, man. Come on. Young nigga world, young nigga wave, man, putting his people on game. Real talk. You not finna learn this from your college professor. You not finna learn how to make real money in the market from your mom, your dad, your street nigga, your hood nigga, your big homie on the block. Nobody finna teach you this shit, bro, because nobody care, nobody give a fuck, and nobody know about this shit. Your boss don't want you knowing this shit. That's why I'm here, you feel me? So come on, man. If y'all really trying to learn, get to this money, man, we finna go over this shit. I'm finna teach y'all everything you need to know when it comes to getting into the market at the beginning stages, man. Intro to stock market, intro to trading, what this shit is. What do you do, Chris? What is this shit, bro? I see you posting this shit on your story all the time. I see your reels. You always talking about this shit. I'm trying to learn how to invest my bag, man, but I need to know what's going on, man. Like, you feel me? So, if you guys are ready, man, let's just let me know y'all ready and we can get to it. Real talk. All right. Just let me know when y'all ready. Drop some emojis. And y'all make sure y'all DM me the word invest. Y'all ready? Let's get to it, man. All right. So welcome. Okay. So if you're somebody that has never been on any of my IG live classes, and you never heard me teach before, okay? So my teaching method is a little different from your average guru or influencer that's trying to teach you shit, okay? Me, I give you this shit from a different perspective. I keep this shit very clear, very simple. I don't beat around the bush. I give you the good, the bad, the ugly. And I just tell it like it is. Okay? I also troll a bit too. So, to make it fun. So as I'm going through, okay, I like to have a sense of personality when I'm teaching stocks. That's just how it is. That's just my gift with this shit, you know? My certain analogies that I have to say, you may laugh. You may be like, man, this nigga crazy as hell. But, you know, that's just how I do it, man. And it works for my people, you know? So, I want to let y'all know that, man. Anything that I may say crazy, don't take no offense to it. You feel me? I'm just having fun with this shit, all right? So that's just a little disclaimer, man. But welcome to Invest Your Bag Financial University, man. If any of you guys not in the full community mentorship right now, hopefully by the end of this class, you guys are having enough confidence to go ahead and tap in and rock with us. All right, because this shit not that hard, not that simple. You just need somebody to be able to break this shit down to the T for you to be able to have that confidence and know how to know what you're doing. You feel me? So with that being said, we're gonna get to the first part, okay? At any point in time as I'm going through stuff and you guys have questions, just drop them right in the chat. All right? So, and this is my personal class, okay? This is in my community mentorship. All right, so I don't know another nigga shit trying to come on here and teach. No, this is my whole thing, built all my shit that I'm teaching y'all. You feel me? So you guys can get full access to this. This ain't no shit where like I'm on YouTube and I'm just covering some shit that's on YouTube. Hell no. I put my own curriculum together. You feel me? So, let's go. we got to break this shit down to the team, and we're going to be here till about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, all right? It's 12 a.m. where I'm at, Eastern time. So, you know, whatever time zone y'all on, man, I know it's late as hell, so I appreciate y'all for just tapping in and rocking with us, because that show real dedication, all right? That show y'all really want to learn and really want to get to this shit, you feel me? So, intro to stock market and long-term investing. This is what we're going to go over first. We're going to get to the trading part, all right? So, boom. Okay, first. Chris, bro, what is an investment? Off the rip. An investment, an asset or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciation over time. Now, does that make sense? As simple as possible. Does that make sense? That makes sense? That's what an investment is. Okay? It's simply you putting either time, money, or energy into something, looking to get a greater return than what you put in. Make sense? So a investor is literally, a investment is literally you putting time, energy, or money into something, and you're getting a return greater than what you put in. That makes sense, you guys. Okay? Alright. And if I catch anybody trolling in my live, far as being very distracting in the comments, I will block you. The only reason why I'm leaving the comments on is because I want you guys to be able to ask questions as I'm going through to make sure that y'all are understanding this stuff. Other than that, I would just turn the comments off and then just teach. But it's like I don't want to do that, you know, because I want to give y'all actually the opportunity to like engage with me, ask questions, things of that nature. All right. Okay. So let's go over this. Okay. Why is investing important? Let me turn the air on in this motherfucker real quick. Yeah. Every time I teach it starts getting hot as hell. Alright. Investing is an effective way. He said the comments kinda in the way. Yeah, bro, you just have to turn your camera and then just try to if you tap the screen, it'll show less comments on there. So it'll only show like 2. So that's what you guys might have to do. Just tap it and then it'll just show like 2 comments. Alright. Just tap your live screen and it only show like 2 comments. Okay? Investing is an effective way to have your money work for you and build wealth. Investing also gives you the ability to beat inflation. Inflation is the rate at which prices for goods and services rise, meaning that it takes more money to buy the same amount of goods and services as before. Inflation can be caused by different factors, such as changes in supply and demand. Damn, I shouldn't have ate them damn grapes. Increases in product and production costs. Inflation can have positive or negative effects depending on how fast it changes and how it affects the economy. Does that make sense? Okay? Damn. So look at it just like this, bro. This is what inflation is. Who on the live right now remember when Air Force Ones, the low tops was $90? The all white joints. They was retailing for $90. Out the door, them bitches was probably like $98, maybe $100 after that. Who remember that? Okay. Now, how much are Air Force Ones, bro? For the same pair. They didn't change at all. Now, how much are they out the door retailing? $115 after tax, $125 and some change, correct? About $120, right? So, that is inflation, my brother. Prices going up for the same shit. Nothing changed about them. So you want to know why investing is important? Because, guess what? Nigga, 5 years ago, you had $90 in your bank account for some Air Force Ones, correct? And that same $90 in your checkings account was able to give you a fresh pair of all white G fucking Fazos, correct? Now, if you kept that same $90 in that bank account for 2026, would you or would you not be able to buy an all-white pair of fucking G Fazos? Fuck no. So do you see how your money just now sitting still lost value? Nigga, that same $90 that you was able to get a pair of all white A1s, you cannot get a pair of them bitches for that same 90 no more. Now you see, oh damn, you right, Chris. Holy fuck. So when my money's sitting still, when I'm just saving this shit and this shit not moving over a course of period of time, a few years, this shit really not gonna be the same amount that's sitting here. Holy fuck. Cause if I had $90 a few years ago that was able to get me a pair of A1s or $100, now that same $100, I can't even, what the fuck? Come on now, who breaking this shit down like me, bro? Who the fuck break economics down like invest your bag, bro? Y'all gotta give me my flowers, gang. Who the fuck can make inflation make that much sense to a normal motherfucker who don't know shit about inflation, bro? Now he understand that shit clear as fucking day. Holy fuck. The same pair of J's, nigga, that I used to be able to get in the 6th grade that was retailing for $120 back in the day, $160. Now them bitches is retailing for $260. That is what inflation is, my dog. That is why it's important to invest. Because the money that you have right now, you got $10,000 right now in the bank. Nigga, in 5 years, what you're able to buy that 10 with now, in 5 years, you're not going to be able to buy that same shit with that same 10, bro. Investments may include a range of choices, including stocks, bonds, mutual funds, exchange traded funds, commodities such as gold, silver, etc., and real estate. That's just a few examples of what some investments can be. Okay? Also a business. If you have a business, that's an investment. Investing helps individuals' financial and retirement goals depending on their income, age, and risk tolerance. Does that make sense? Okay? We breaking this shit all. I'm talking about, bro, if you don't know nothing about stocks and you just looking for somewhere for something all in one fucking place for you, so you don't have to worry about going to this YouTube video here, this YouTube video here, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. I'm telling you, gang, my program literally has all this shit for you. right in your face, all in one. I'm talking about stocks, options, long-term investing, short-term trading, the strategies, everything, all in fucking one. Communication with others who's going through the same shit and taking the same route that you are. Literally, gang, all in one fucking place. Okay? What is the stock market? The stock market is made up of investors buying, selling, and trading shares of companies, reflecting these firms' collective value and performance. I need y'all to just keep along with me. The stock, because listen, bro, there's no fucking college that you finna go to that's finna teach you this shit. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand, gang. Nigga, we sat in school for 12 years and didn't hear the word stock not one fucking time, bro. I learned how to build credit on my own, not no goddamn school system. I learned how to build a business on my own, not no fucking school system. I learned money management and budgeting on my own, not no fucking school system, gang. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, gang, is that you have to look at it from a different perspective, bro. Like I say, trading is optional, but investing, that is mandatory. That is not a choice. Everybody don't need to trade. But just putting your money, even if it's in the S&P 500, bro, a portion into that every month. At the bare fucking minimum, that's what I need our people to do. That's what I want us to do, bro. That's the main goal. I don't even need y'all to hop on this motherfucker and try to trade, gang. But if I could just save my motherfucking people, bro, spark this shit in their brain, and at least get them to buy the S&P 500 every month, at least one share or something, or half a share, whatever the case, bro, we're gonna get more further in life because we already behind, y'all. That's why I could have chose to kept all this shit that I'm doing to myself. I didn't have to build a fucking program, bro. I didn't have to goddamn get known for this trading shit and build a platform all around this shit, bro. Y'all think I'm doing this shit because, come on, bro. I didn't have to be doing this shit, bro. I was already getting money, bro. Because I seen the way I grew up, bro, it was a missing void. Like a muck, bro. I seen niggas really take the wrong path in life, and I was one of them. If I wasn't able to change my mindset as quick as I did. But I lost so many friends, bro. All because these niggas mindset, they didn't have the right mindset, bro. But it's not even their fault because this shit that I'm teaching y'all right now in this fucking live was not put in a goddamn face, gang. They weren't even aware of this shit. Even if the nigga wasn't doing stocks, he could have been in real estate. He could have been thinking about a business. He could have been thinking about something else other than fucking the normal shit that a young black male has to go through, bro, in the trenches, gang. Or my granddad that worked at Ford for 60 fucking years and then retired. They give him a 20K goddamn retirement pension and tell that nigga, hey, and then we gonna give you live off $3K a month for the rest of your life. Damn, this nigga just worked at Ford for 60 years. But if this nigga would have been at least putting up a portion of his checks within them 60 years, investing, learning, trading, whatever the case, he wouldn't have got that fucked over, bro. He would have been in a much better position. But since he put all his faith on just this one source of income, this one job, now this nigga gotta live off of $3K a month. He's 70 years old, bro. And that $20K they gave that nigga as an advance for leaving the job, gone. He been blew that shit. You feel me? Look at it just like this, bro. Why the fuck would a college or a school system teach you how to get rich, bro? you wouldn't need them anymore at that point. All of that stuff, y'all, is a business. You are their employees. So if they really in that motherfucker teaching people how to build successful businesses, how to trade, how to create content, all this type of high income skill sets shit in the world that's available right now. If they really teach you that shit in these systems, y'all wouldn't go there no more. So they have to keep you in the matrix. They have to keep you in that rat race mindset. Guess what, y'all? It's people in my community that get successful. I don't hold them bound to my fucking community mentorship. Them niggas can leave. After I teach you how to trade, nigga, and I teach you how to fish for yourself, nigga, you can cancel your shit at any fucking point in time. I don't think y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying, bro. If I didn't want niggas to have that ability, guess what? Nigga, I would turn that feature off that let a motherfucker cancel their shit at any point in time. I would turn that feature off. And guess what else I would do? I would spoon feed these niggas the sauce. I wouldn't give motherfuckers my whole shit all on the front line. And doing this shit each and every day in their face, bro. Right with them, right along with them. I'll be giving them little bits and fucking pieces. Because, I want you to stay. I want you to... Nah. Nigga, you get in my program. You follow the blueprint. You do whatever you gotta do, my nigga, to be successful. And if you end up profitable in 3 months and you leave my shit in 3 months and you know how to make money on your own, you can leave this motherfucker, gang. I did my part, my nigga. I taught you how to eat, gang. Now, whether you want to get my program and you learn how to make money and you want to just stay and continue to rock with a nigga, I appreciate that. Much love for sure. But you not bound, my nigga. Bro, I'm telling you, the system, they're bounding y'all, bro. These niggas don't really want you to get no motherfucking money because you guys aren't going to need them anymore. So that's why, why do you think that I don't just have that's why you think I don't have a Discord, nigga? It's not a signal fucking chat. My shit is literally about learning and fishing for yourself. So if I wanted niggas to get in my shit and me spoon feed these niggas breadcrumbs so that they can stay, it would just be a signal chat like most niggas is. Who's not really teaching, gang. Who's not really building a fucking community. Not really putting people together. Think about it, bro. Come on, man. I just want y'all to use y'all brain, gang. Alright? So, the stock market as a whole is an exchange mechanism that investors buy and sell shares in publicly traded companies, okay? The New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. These are just components of a broader marketplace. Traders are conducted mostly through electronic means between participants. And I just got a lot of passion for this shit, y'all. So that's why I cuss a lot. That's why, you feel me? But when I get to talking about this shit, bro, and really trying to help my people, gang, it's really not no filter. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know how to really... This shit come from the heart, bro. Like, this shit come from the soul, gang. Like, it's tough for me to... So that's why I be sounding aggressive as hell when I be talking to y'all, but I don't be meaning it that way, bruh. It's just that, like, I really feel for this shit, man. Real life, bruh. I know some people out here like, man, this nigga always yelling and just ranting and shit, but it don't be that, bro. I swear to God, gang. It don't be that, bro. The mechanism... All right, the mechanism is an excellent means for businesses to raise capital for investors. Additionally, analysts closely examine its traded prices for signals and economic strength or weaknesses. The stock market is defined as a collective trading network involving company shares and their derivatives, okay? Now, derivatives is a type of financial contract whose value depends on an underlying asset, including various types such as futures and options. Okay, so that's what options are, derivatives. We're going to get more deep into that part. Okay, and that top part, this part right here, that's just letting you know that within the U.S., okay, which all stock markets have exchanges. Within the U.S., you have the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. You also have the New York Stock Exchange. Anybody lives in New York? Who from New York? Who from Manhattan? Right now, let me know, man. Anybody in the chat right now down from New York? It got to be somebody, because I get a lot of New York people. I get a lot of people from New York. So who from New York? If you from New York right now, let me know, because you seen this fat ass New York Stock Exchange building downtown New York. I swear to gosh, bro. If you from New York, gang, you seen this big ass building, my nigga. That's what this shit is, bro. Real life. Who from New York, bro, and seen that? Who from New York, bro, and see that big ass building? Y'all ever like question like what the fuck that was, bro? Or y'all ever seen that building in the movies? Gang, that's what that is, bro. This is the place that all the stocks trade on, gang. This is the place that if you want to be a publicly traded company, guess what you have to do? You got to IPO through these niggas. You got to get put on by these niggas, man. So look at it just like this, bro. The stock exchanges, my nigga, is like this, bro. Nigga, they the supplier. These is the niggas that let you get on a playing field anyway. You gotta go to a team. So look, gang, it's these niggas and then it's these niggas, bro. You feel me? Y'all been downtown to see that fat ass NASDAQ building, man? So look, these are the people that's solidifying you as a publicly traded company. You have to IPO through one of those stock exchanges in the U.S. If not, you are considered a private company. But publicly traded companies has to be listed as publicly traded on these exchanges. So what that means is this. Yeah, everybody right now, bro. We all know a motherfucker down the street that's like Jordan. Everybody know a motherfucker right now. If we go to the basketball court, this nigga can hoop good as hell. This nigga really should have went to the league. You feel me? Like everybody got that hood Jordan eyes nigga, or a hood Kobe, or a ghetto Kyrie. You feel me? In the trenches, like this nigga got the most talent. But since that nigga don't got an NBA jersey on his back, we don't really take that nigga serious. He just another nigga with talent in the hood. You feel me? You just another nigga that can shoot in the hood, bro. We don't really take that nigga serious for it. You a pickup player, my nigga. You ain't playing on no big ass. You feel what I'm saying? So until you put on this jersey, nigga, for a real NBA team, we not looking at you like you a pro, nigga. You just another nigga in the hood that can hoop. So, gang, if you a company, right, you not public until you list on these motherfuckers, bro. You not official, gang. You not a publicly traded company, my nigga. You just a normal business. You a privately traded company. You not really on a team, my nigga. That's what that shit is, bro. So when you guys see this shit right here, okay, the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, you're going to see that on top of a company's profile when you pull them up. That's going to let you know what exchange they're listed on. Free game. All right. The stock market is a central part of modern economies, since it's where companies raise vast sums of money to accelerate successful startups, expand existing businesses, and consolidate operations and pay off debt. Companies listed on the stock exchanges must be public, meaning their shares are open not to just a select few, but traded on a stock exchange. We just went over that. Okay? On a stock exchange elsewhere. Public companies are subject to many reporting and transparency regulations. Okay? Stocks are sold to institutional investors and high net worth individuals, but also those with far more modest means looking for income from a share of the profits to sell the stock later at a higher price, or simply just have a say in how the company runs. All right? The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and individual state regulators oversee the stock market. Okay? When a stock or shares of a company purchased, that person now owns a percentage ownership in that company depending on how many shares they own, which we consider equity. And equity is the value that will be returned to a company shareholder if all of the assets were liquidated and all of the company's debts were paid off. Does that make sense? Okay? So the SEC is just there to make sure motherfuckers is following the rules how they supposed to. Look at it just like this, bro. Your principal, gang. Your principal in your high school. That's what the SEC is. They just making sure that you not running in the hallways. They just making sure, nigga, that you goddamn not skipping class. These the niggas that fire you. These the niggas that suspend you from school once they figure out you doing shit in the school that you're not supposed to be doing. You're not following the rules in the school. That's what the SEC is for businesses, for stocks. They're there to make sure that these niggas are reporting all of the correct data that they supposed to be reporting that's qualified for them to be a publicly traded company. Because when you are a publicly traded company, at that point, you're obligated to report all the shit that you got going on. To me, you, your cousin who smoke Black and Miles, your goddamn grandma who drink liquor, your big brother who trapping in the streets. It don't matter, nigga. Your dog that smell like shit. They gotta report shit to you, to anybody, bro. It could be that roach, nigga, that goddamn that you see, bro, when you go in Shorty house and it's that roach right there sitting in the corner, my nigga, and that bitch really be chilling. But for some reason, that motherfucker only really want to pop out when you got company, bro. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, this roach don't never really, you feel me? I barely see this motherfucker, gang. Soon as I bring Shorty in, this motherfucker want to pop out, gang. Hell nah. I swear to God, bruh. Like, you on some bullshit, man. Real talk, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I be hating that shit, bro. No faking. You feel me? So the SEC, bro, just making sure that, okay, you guys are reporting all of your data and the things that you're doing on time and in the right way, okay? Because if not, then they could get sued and then boom, that company would delist off the stock market. All right? Boom. Now, with that being said, before we move on, I do want to mention, it's important to remember, y'all, that the SEC is just there to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing and that the numbers that they report and stuff is not a lie. But that doesn't mean that those numbers have to be correct. As far as like that company doesn't have to be profitable. So when I'm telling y'all this, because just because it's a company that is on the stock market don't mean it's a good company. Make sense? That's the misconception that everybody has. That's why we kicking game right now. Just because, nigga, it's on the stock market, that don't mean that you should invest in it. That don't mean that you should trade it. That don't mean you should put your money in it. The SEC is just there to make sure that the information, like for example, okay, if these you guys come out, let's just say they come with their earnings, right? And they say, boom, we was profitable, but whole time they wasn't. That's what the SEC is there for, to call they bluff and say, hey, hold on. Y'all niggas was not profitable. Why did y'all just come out on this earnings call and say y'all was? Boom, you got to get the fuck out of here. We finna sue y'all ass and y'all out of here. Y'all lying. Right? But if they come out and say we wasn't profitable and they really wasn't profitable, then that's fine. They don't have to be profitable. You just can't come on this motherfucker and say you profitable, but really you wasn't. And you faking you and you tweaking your numbers and shit, making it look like y'all making money, but really y'all not. Do that make sense? So just because it's on the market does not mean that you should buy it. That's when research and all the other shit that I'm gonna teach y'all go. You feel me? Are y'all catching along with what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So look at it just like this, gang. When you go to the rec center, right? Or all right, look at it like this, bro. You go to the you go to the rec center, right? The requirements is they don't want niggas hooping with jeans on. If they catch you hooping with jeans on, nigga, you getting kicked out the rec center. So the requirement is for you to have shorts. They don't give a fuck what type of shorts it is. Nigga, you can hop on this court with your drawers on. You feel me? With a doodle streak in them motherfuckers, bro. Them bitches just can't be jeans, bro. Like denim jeans, nigga. You feel me? You just gotta have on some type of shorts, my nigga. You can have on some Bo Jackson shorts, my nigga. You can have on some hot sauce shorts. Who remember back in the day, that nigga Hot Sauce had the biggest shorts, bro? That nigga had big ass shorts. You can have them motherfuckers. You just need shorts on the court, nigga. But that's not saying what type of shorts you gotta have, or you don't gotta necessarily have the best. You feel me? The requirement is for you to have shorts. When you go swimming, nigga, you can't swim with your jeans on. The requirement is for you to have swim trunks. They don't even really want you to have regular shorts. You need swim trunks in order to swim in this fucking pool. But they don't give a fuck what type of swim trunks they is. Nigga, you just gotta have swim trunks. Does that make sense? So just because this company is on the market, that don't mean that this motherfucker gotta be profitable or a good company. This motherfucker just gotta be, you feel me? It just gotta make sure the shit that they are coming out saying is the right shit. Come on, man. I'm telling you, bro. Come on, man. Break this shit down to the T, bro. And if somebody don't understand this shit, bro, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how you not getting this shit. When I'm, like, you feel me? I'm breaking this shit down to where a 3-year-old can understand this shit, gang. Like, I don't know, bruh. Alright, okay? We not really gonna worry too much about this. We just gonna speak on this real quick. Okay, so common shares. There are different shares that you could be buying in the market. Okay, but the main one is gonna be just common shares. Okay, so remember we spoke on and you guys saw about when we talked about having equity in the company and percentage ownership of the company depending on how many shares that you buy. So that's what shares is, y'all. Okay, so shares is literally just a piece of the company that you're buying on the market. Okay, and when you buy a share of a company, you have part ownership in that company depending on how many shares that you own. Make sense? So when you buy a share, it isn't that the company, that business is taking the money and going to go fuck it off and go do dumb shit with the money. No, they're taking the money that you are giving them, that you're buying the shares with, and they're using that money to go improve their business to continue to make more money and grow as a company. Does that make sense? Okay? That's what they need you to invest in them for. So when we giving these businesses our money, they aren't just taking the money and effing it off. They're taking it to improve their business. We're giving them loans. to improve their business in return for a greater amount than what we gave them. Makes sense? And for every share that you buy, that's how much money you're going to make per dollar that the stock moves, either to the upside or the downside. So I need y'all to pay attention with me here. We're talking about shares and teaching y'all how to invest, how this shit works. If you buy one share of Apple at $100, and that motherfucker go from 100 to 110, and you bought one share trading at $100, it go from $100 to 110. That means it made a $10 move. So altogether, you made $10 from this investment. Because for each dollar that it was moving to the upside, you were making $1. And it made a $10 move. Simple math. So now that means the total value of your investment is worth $110. That total there was considered what we call equity. Remember, equity is what you put in and any gains or losses baked inside of that investment. So your total equity that you have is $110. Why? Because you bought one share for $100. That stock made a $10 move. And for every dollar move that it made to the upside, you were making $1. So it made a $10 move, so you made $10. So now you got the $100 that you put in plus the gains, which was $10. So now your total equity position is worth $110. Does that make sense? And you up $10 in that investment. Do you guys understand that? Okay? Same thing for the downside. If you bought a share at $100 and that motherfucker go down to $90, well, your total equity is worth how much? $90. Because you put in $100, it went down $10 to $90. For every dollar that it went down, you were losing $1. It went down $10. So all you got to do is 100 minus 10. Boom. Now your total equity position is worth $90. And you're actually down $10. Makes sense. Okay? Now it's also important to remember, with shares, there is no expiration date. So you can hold them as long as you want. That is how these wealthy corporations and families have been building wealth through generations and generations. It's called buy and hold. You can hold shares, nigga, till you 100 years old, shitting in your diaper and can't move. And you need another motherfucker to wipe your black ass. You feel me? So from the ages 1, you can buy one share all the way up to 100. You can hold that motherfucker for 100 years, gang. You ain't never got to sell it. And then after you pass away, all you got to do is transfer your shit into your beneficiary, and then boom, it pass on to them. You feel me? All right. We're going to be here till about 1:30, man. Okay? Why are stocks important? Okay? They allow retail and institutional investors to invest in the company. An institutional investor is a company or organization with employees who invest on behalf of others, typically other companies and organizations. The manner in which an institutional investor allocates capital that's to be invested depends on the goal of the company's organizations it represents. Some widely known types of institutional investors include pension funds. I need y'all to pay attention to me right now, please, because this is one of the most important parts here. This is oh my gosh, bro. The names that I'm about to mention right here is so important because these are the institutions that controls all of this shit in the world, bro. Controls how this money moves, this buys up everything, invests in everything. I'm talking about, bro, this shit is on a whole nother scale that you wouldn't even be able to fathom, bro. So please listen. And all of this shit is going to come around full circle. Some widely known types of institutional investors include pension funds, banks, mutual funds, hedge funds, asset management groups, and insurance companies. I need y'all to understand that. Because that 401k that your parents always keep talking about, that retirement fund that you hear your parents growing up always talking about, that pension fund that your grandma be talking about, that maturity and them insurance policies that you hear your parents keep talking about. Guess where that shit is coming from, my nigga? Guess where that fucking return that they are hoping that they get when they fucking retire is coming from? The stock market, my brother. But not only the stock market is coming from real estate, loans, credit, private equity, commodities, futures, forex, crypto. But guess who are the ones that is investing and buying up all of that shit? The insurance companies, the asset management groups, the banks, the hedge funds, the mutual funds. Are y'all keeping up with me, bro? Y'all ever roll by a neighborhood? Right? Wherever you from. And they had multi-complexes. Multi-houses, buildings, all type of shit, right? And out of nowhere, that shit get bought up within weeks. And you look like, damn, who the fuck had enough money? Who came through like that? These institutional investors. You ever seen a building that said Berkshire Hathaway on it? You ever seen them signs that said Hannah Howard's? Do you know of JP Morgan? Do you know of BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab? You ever be riding around in a nice neighborhood and you see a building that say Fidelity on it, on top? Come on, man. These are the actual guys that is making this whole shit move in the first place. So your bank, and it's gonna fuck y'all up. The average person, right? He go to work. He get his check. Most niggas don't even say their money. But let's just say bruh save his money, right? He put in all this hard work. And they just say bruh do save his money. He go put it in JP Morgan and Chase. He got a checkings account and a savings account. JP Morgan and Chase, he's finna take bruh's check bruh got about $10,000 saved for the year. They finna take that 10. They finna leave his part in there, but now they finna multiply that shit 9 other times. Now they got $90,000 worth of credit off of bruh's hard ass work, bro. Bro, this shit on my fuck game. Oh my god, bro. I will literally cry on this shit, y'all. Like, I've literally, like, gang, when I figured out how the system really, I promise you, bro, it fucked me up, bro. I could not fucking believe it, bro. This shit hurted my fucking soul, gang. This shit is like a matrix, bro. It fucks me up. This nigga worked hard as fuck to save his money, bro. This nigga putting in 8 hours, 12 hours. This nigga go to work. He managed to save up $10,000 and he put that shit in JP fucking Morgan and Chase. And they take this nigga money and they multiply that shit 9 times. Now these niggas got 90,000. Then they finna loan that shit out with interest, with credit, installment loans, auto loans, all type of shit. Now they finna be getting paid interest on this 90,000. So now they collecting passive income. Then they finna take another portion of that shit and they finna go buy stocks with it. Millions of shares with the shit. Then they finna also trade it. So they finna trade options with it too. They finna also go buy up all the real estate. And guess what? For their initial investment, they didn't have to do shit. All they had to do was set up a system to where this nigga work. This nigga go to school for 12 years straight. Then this nigga go to college to get this decent fucking career or job to create and generate and make this nigga live to pay bills and save what he possibly can if he do end up saving. To get to do all that, to take that whole path, to literally get his fucking money, to give it right back to him. But the thing is, it's billions of people doing the same fucking shit. Oh my gosh. They have created the ultimate system to where they don't even got to get their hands dirty. They don't even have to do shit. They just got to set up a system where they train you to be a full fucking worker, a full consumer. So that you can put your money here. Let's spread this shit out. Now we got our initial investment and we finna 10x this shit. And bro not finna get a penny out of it. Oh yeah, let's make inflation rise too. to where the 10 that he did put in here, in 3 years, that shit ain't even gonna be 10 no more. Let's laugh at that nigga. So not only bruh got 10, let's take the nigga money, do better shit with his money that he worked hard for, and let's make the prices of everything rise up too. So now that he can't even really afford shit with this 10 anymore, that 10 not even really 10,000 no more. Let's laugh at the nigga, bro. We getting so fucking fucked over, bro. We are getting so fucking finessed right in our goddamn faces, bro. And this is what I'm here for, to put my people on game. So whether you learn from me or another motherfucker, just learn it, bro. I promise you, gang. Please, bro. Like, at the bare fucking minimum, just learn shares. You don't even have to trade, bro. Because what I'm trying to tell you, gang, is they literally set up the system for you to be oblivious of all the shit that's really going on, my nigga. And when I found this shit out, y'all, I actually cried, bro. I watched the movie Matrix probably 20 fucking times, bro. When I figured, I was like, oh my gosh. How the fuck did I sit in school for 12 years and didn't know all the shit? Like, there's no way. You mean to tell me the banks know better what to do with my money than me? And I'm the one working 8 hours a fucking day. I'm the one getting my black ass up going to go work for this shit. And I'm just putting it in this fucking account for y'all to spread this shit out 9 times and go invest this shit. Collect interest, all type of shit. And if I just keep my shit in here, in 3 years the shit not even gonna be the same fucking amount. Man, you got me. Bro, I swear to gang, that is literally like letting the nigga just smack you in the face and you not doing shit about it. Like, bruh, that's like a nigga holding you in the bathroom asking you where the fuck is on 7 Mile and Gratian, bro. And you letting a nigga knock you out in front of 5 niggas in the bathroom, just humiliate you. Just cause you don't know where 7 Mile and Gratian is. You feel me? I'm not letting a nigga do me like that. I swear to God, bro, I ain't letting a nigga do me like that, gang. Oh, bro, nigga, y'all niggas better know where 7 Mile and what's on this motherfucker, gang. What's on this bitch, bro? You let a nigga hem you up by the shirt, nigga. You feel me? Ain't no way, gang. I'm not letting a nigga do that to me, bro. Stop letting these banks do that to y'all, bro. Y'all are literally letting these niggas hem you up, bro. Cause you don't know your shit. Cause you don't know your shit, bro. Real life, man. No bullshit, bruh. Y'all niggas better know what's on 7 Mile and Gratian, bro. And I ain't even. Hey, man, come on, bro. Real life. Alright. So boom, okay. Help savers beat inflation and capitalize from compounding. All right, compound interest is when you add the earned interest back into your principal balance, which then earns you even more interest. Compounding multiply faster rate of return. Okay, so pretty much it's just your money continuously working for you. That's what compound interest is. Okay. You put in $10, and by the end of the month, that 10 is about $12. Okay? And then that next month, now you got 12, but now you finna earn interest on that extra $2 that they gave you in the first place. So now that 12 is finna turn to $14. And then now, the next month, you got $16. Next month, $18. You feel me? And all you did was start with 10. Alright. They also help businesses fund growth, enables companies to be publicly traded and raise capital, allow retirement planning, like we said, and then keeps the economy flowing. All right? Perfect. Stock market hours, okay? Futures is from 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. New York time zone. Regular trading hours, intraday, is from 9:30. That's supposed to say a.m. Sorry, that was a typo. I got to fix that. 9:30 a.m. I don't want people to think that that's p.m. because it's not. It's supposed to be a.m. to 4 p.m. New York time. All right? Post-market trading, that's the futures, okay? That's called what we call the post-market. It's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. New York time. And then the market is open from Monday to Friday only. Saturdays and Sundays, the market is closed. And major holidays such as New Year's, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Good Friday, all that type of shit. The major holidays, okay? All right. So those are the stock market hours. Remember, that's supposed to say a.m., not 4 p.m. Not 9:30 p.m. My fault. That's supposed to say a.m. All right. What is needed to start investing? Okay. Everybody, right now, right after the live, or just take note, screenshot, whatever you gotta do after this, so that way this class don't be a waste of time. This is what you need to do. Okay. In order to buy and sell stocks and trade in the first place, this is what you need to do. Okay? You need to download a brokerage account. Alright? A brokerage account is what's going to allow you to be able to place trades in the first place. Does that make sense? Without a brokerage account, you cannot trade or invest. Okay? And you need a real brokerage account. I'm still getting motherfuckers in my DM talking about, hey, bro, you think I can trade on Cash App? You think I can put money on bus stocks and crypto on Cash App? No, gang. If you really want to take this shit serious, we are not using Cash App as our goddamn investing account. We need real investing accounts, bro. Solidify shit. If you don't see it right here on this list, don't buy stock in it, my nigga. You feel me? You fuck around, buy a stock on Cash App, my nigga. You fuck around, put 1,000 in that shit. You look up the next day, that shit gone. Nigga, Cash App done took your money, bro. You feel me? I ain't trusting Cash App with my wealth. Nigga trying to build wealth on Cash App. Fuck out of here. You feel me? Man, hell, dog. You finna put your whole financial reliability on Cash App. You tripping like a motherfucker, gang. I ain't gonna lie. PayPal, Apple Pay, goddamn Chime, all type of shit. I had a nigga tell me, hey, bro, you think I can buy stocks on Zelle? Man, I had to tell that nigga, get your ass on, boy. You crazy as hell. Nigga told me, hey, bro, you think I can trade on Zelle? Nigga, what? Talking about trade on Zelle. Man, you don't get your goofy Man, hell nah, bro. Niggas be wild as hell, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So look, man, you need Fidelity, you need E-Trade, Robinhood, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Webull, Merrill Edge, Vanguard, SoFi is another good one. Okay? But pretty much, man, I'm not gonna put nothing in the program that I ain't use myself. So all of these, I done tested them out and they pretty solidified. Alright, so Fidelity, E-Trade, Robinhood, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, Webull, Interactive Broker, Merrill Edge. Like I said, you can use Vanguard, SoFi, and there's a few other ones, but these are like the main ones. Okay, now I always recommend at least having 2 brokerage accounts. Okay, one for your long-term investing, and then one for your trading, for your long-term trading. Okay, you don't want to have both on one account. If you do, you have to pick a brokerage that lets you do 2 accounts in one. So like Fidelity, you can open up 2 accounts in one. Charles Schwab, you can do the same thing. Like it'll be one broker, but they'll let you open up multiple different accounts in one platform. If that makes sense. Okay, so one is going to be for your buying shares, and the other one is going to be for your options trading. All right, y'all. You must have in a bank account for deposits and withdrawals. Okay, an actual real live bank account. Okay, with a routing number and a account number. Okay, make sure it's something solidified. No, you cannot hook up Cash App to the Robin Hood, bro. All right. This shit is real, man. It's not no games, y'all. All right. So remember that, okay? Now you must have a source of income, preferably two, so you can live off one stream of income and invest the other. Putting money in your brokerage account either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly as you're learning and making investment. This also helps you save money better than a normal savings account because you'll take it more seriously, okay? So, I always recommend at least having two streams of income when you guys are trading and investing, because that way it makes it easier for you to be able to stay focused. That way you don't have to worry about taking you trying to allocate all of your money from this one source of income. If it's obviously if it's a lot, so let's just say from this one source of income you making 10K. Well, you can obviously figure out you can do that, right? Because that's a sizable amount. But let's just say you making $2,000, you trying to really figure out ways to live off this $2,000, have fun money put up, and still save and invest all off the $2,000 for the month. That's a lot on yourself. You feel me? So at that point, it would benefit you to have two streams of income. Where let's just say you make $3K a month. One stream, 2K, boom, that can go to straight living expenses. You finna live off that, and then you finna have another stream, which is 1K, and that full 1K, you finna save and invest that for the month. You feel me? So that's kind of how I would allocate that. Now, if you do have that one source of income, either regardless, no matter how much money you make, you're supposed to be doing the best budgeting and managing your money the best way possible, right? But if you only have one source of income, you have to do that even more than the other person that got a little bit more extra income, right? Because you only got one stream. So because you only have one stream, and if it's not a sizable amount, you gotta really sit back and say, okay, you gotta really budget to a certain point. Like, you got to really make this shit make sense, okay? I'll give you guys a hack, a cheat sheet, all right? The best way, whether you make one stream of income or two, whether you have one stream of income or two streams of income, either way, you need to figure out how much it would cost you to live a month. And then figure out how much you have left after that, and then whatever you have left after that, allocate that to a comfortable amount. That is going to be your amount that you're going to be investing either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly consistently. Okay? So it's called consistent contributions. Makes sense. Now, that money that you put up in your investing account, either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, you don't have to necessarily invest it right then and there at that one specific moment in time. You can let it build. You can let it pile up. Feel me? So I don't buy stocks every month. Sometimes I'll just save my money until I got a nice sizable amount, and then I'll load the boat and put my shit in investments. Some months I may go 3 months straight. I'm investing every week. I'm buying shares every week, or I'm buying. You feel me? It don't gotta be. You can do it. You can go about this shit how you want to. The main thing is you just make sure you put money in that account every month. Make sense? So I may go a full 6 months without buying one stock, but I've been saving the whole time. And at the end of this 6 months, guess what? I'm finna load everything up. Make sense? Or I may go on a spree where I put my 200 up for the week, and boom, I'm actually putting it into a stock at that moment in time. You feel me? Or I'm actually putting it into, do that make sense, y'all? How you can go about this shit? All right. Okay. These are the apps and websites that you guys are going to need to download and be able to utilize for your research to be in this game. All right. Now, obviously, in my program, I'm teaching you how to use them. Right now, I can't teach you how to use them. Just that's not what this class is for. It's just to get you guys started in the game, what all this stuff is about. But these are the apps and websites that I use from my research and breaking down my companies and things of that nature. Okay? So that's going to be that. All right? We'll do a deeper dive into that another time. For right now, we're going to move on to the options part. You guys know what stocks are. You guys know what shares is. You guys know stock market hours. You know about the brokerage accounts. I done broke pretty much broke everything down to the T. As far as when you guys are just getting in the game, you understand that, okay? Just the basics of just the stocks, all right, and why it's important and things of that nature, okay? So now the options. What are the options? Okay, what are stock options? This is the shit that y'all be seeing me post on my story every day when motherfuckers be making money in the group and shit like that. All right, okay. So this is the options, man. All right, this is what everybody like. Everybody glorify this shit. You feel me? Everybody want to trade. Everybody want to trade. So let's get to it then. All right. So, what are stock options and what are they used for? Let's go over it. It's important when I'm discussing options that I read a disclaimer. Every time I'm talking about options, there's a disclaimer involved. Okay? Disclaimer. Understand that stock options are associated with more volatility and risk than buying shares. With that being said, stock options are not for everyone. You must understand and accept the volatility and higher risk factor before pursuing stock options. I will say this again, because people think this shit is a game. We're not talking about shares anymore. That's easy. That's the simple shit. Okay? That's just buy and hold. You feel me? That's just, and you understanding being able to pick quality companies and good companies, and you just consistently add your money in there. That isn't, you feel me? Okay? But this shit right here will either make or break your black ass if you do not take it seriously. If you do not choose to get mentorship on the shit. Matter of fact, even shares. If you don't choose to get mentorship on the shit, but you can figure that out. Because you don't have to sell. You could buy, like we said, right? It's hard to lose money with shares because you don't never have to sell. There's no expiration date with the shit. So even if you a motherfucker that don't know what you doing and you just learned off YouTube, you could be successful buying shares, bro. But try to take your black funky ass on YouTube and try to learn how to really fucking trade and be profitable. With no experience, no mentorship, no discipline, no risk management, no patience, you will get cooked. So let's read this shit one more time. Because I told y'all, I don't sugarcoat this shit, bro. Understand that stock options are associated with more volatility and risk than buying shares. With that being said, stock options are not for everyone. You must understand and accept the volatility and higher risk factor before pursuing stock options. All right. So I'm assuming if you made it through that disclaimer, you really want to learn this shit. And you're not finna let that discourage you. You a real one. You a solid one. If you made it through that disclaimer and you understand that this shit comes with more risk and you can see the light through at the end of the tunnel. You made it through that part. This shit is for you. If you a coward, hop off the line. Feel me? Just only the shares. Only the shares is for you. Don't worry about the options. Just do the shares. You feel me? Just come back when we talking about, you know what I'm saying? But if you a motherfucker and you got thick skin and you ready to really, you know what I'm saying? Turn up with this shit and you ain't finna let a little ass disclaimer scare you from really getting to the bag, then come on. You know what I'm saying? Alright, bet. So stock options, a financial instrument that gives its owner the right, but not the obligation to purchase a given asset at agreed upon price and date. Okay? Stock options are financial instruments that gives the holder the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell a specific number of shares of a company's stock at a predetermined price known as the strike price or exercise price within a specified time frame. Chris, what the did that just mean, bro? Holy shit. That was just the most confusing shit, bro. That shit sounded like konnichiwa. That shit was confusing in the motherfucker, bro. That shit sounded like when you got damn call the representatives place and they tell you English or Espanol, you press English, and it's a motherfucker that hop on the phone and say, "Can I help you, brother?" Just me, brother. Like, motherfucker, I press English. Why does motherfucker just sound like he at my local gas station? I be hating that shit, bruh. You really, I swear to God, gang. Apple, stay doing that shit. You call Apple representative line, bro, and it don't be that, my nigga. It be a motherfucker from the Middle East, gang. No bullshit. It be Habibi. Nigga Habibi be answering the phone. It's like, my nigga, what? Y'all ain't say that was an option, bruh. So if that sounded like that, let me know, man. Cause I'm finna break this shit down to you. You feel me? So look, what this is really saying, alright, y'all? I need y'all to just bear with me here, okay? When it says that you have the right but not the obligation to, okay? So remember, obligation means you gotta do it. For my motherfuckers, that's a little... that was in that one class. Who was in that one class growing up. That's just what obligation mean, bruh. It mean you gotta do it, bruh. No ifs and ands, nothing about it, my nigga. It's mandatory. For my niggas that rode that small orange bus to school, gang. Real shit, bruh. Them niggas who trying to fake like he was in anger management class, but really that nigga was in the... Nigga, you did not have anger management, my nigga. Your ass was slow, gang. Hey, I swear to God, bro, I used to hate them niggas, bruh. No, I used to hate them niggas, gang. Them niggas was not... Bro, them niggas did not have anger management, bro. They used to be lying like a motherfucker, bruh. Nigga, your ass was retarded, my nigga. Hey, they try to use that shit for a cover up. Like, fuck out of here, gang. Alright? So that's what obligation is, bro. It simply means you just gotta do it, bro. The right means you got a choice. You feel me? So look, bro, this is what this saying. Alright? So the strike price, okay, that's the price at which you have the right but not the obligation to either buy or sell that stock. Now, okay, let me just put this into perspective for y'all. Just kind of listen real quick. All right, so let's just say, right, you buy Apple stock, okay? You buy Apple stock at a current price of $100. Okay? And you have a strike price of $120. Okay? Now, the current stock price is trading below the strike price of $120 of what you just picked, right? So that means that your contract, we're going to say, this is on the call side. Calls mean the stock, bet on the stock to go up. Okay? So that means your contract is going to be what is considered out of the money. Okay? Right? Just bear with me. So let's just say you got an expiration date of January 1st, 2027. All right? Now, what this is simply saying is that, let's just say, either by January 1st, 2027 or before that, or no, for this, let's just say the right, okay? So January 1st, 2027, let's just say Apple go from $100 to $150. Now, remember you had a strike price of $120. So that means now that this stock price is past $120 and it's trading at $150, guess what this is allowing you to do by or at the expiration date of January 1st, 2027? This is now allowing you to literally buy shares of Apple stock at a price of $120, even though that is trading at $150. Why? Because you betted on Apple to hit $120 either on or before its expiration date, which was January 1st, 2027. And the fact that it hit over $120, it hit $150 by your expiration date, you can choose to exercise your contract and purchase shares of Apple for your strike price, even though this thing is trading at $150. So you're getting this thing on an extreme discount. Make sense? Now, here's why you had the right to do that, but you weren't obligated to do that. Why? Because you didn't have to necessarily wait all the way until your expiration date of that contract. You didn't necessarily have to wait all the way till January 1st, 2027. Guess what, bro? You could have sold at any point in time, at any price, at any stock price, way before that. So you bought Apple at $100. You had a strike price of $120. The moment that motherfucker went from $100 to $105, you could have took your profit and sold. It could have did that shit in one day, and boom, you was out of there. The same day you bought it. So even though you had an expiration date of January 1st, 2027, let's just say you buy calls of Apple on April 11th, 2026, and it make a $5 move, you could take your money that same day. That's why you have the right but not the obligation. Because you could buy or sell at any point in time that you want to. Make sense? You just can't hold longer than what your expiration date is. Make sense? That's how we get in and out of these contracts, y'all. That's how y'all just seen me cash out for $450 today on my story. Even though I had contracts that expired out till May. But I was up 62%. I could take my money. I don't got to necessarily wait all the way to May to take my money. I could take my money whenever I fucking please. The thing is, though, if I wanted to hold all the way till May, if my expiration date say May 22nd, that's the last day I can hold this motherfucker. And whether this thing is in the money or not, considered worthless or not, then you feel me? That just depends on how the stock moved. Make sense? Now you guys heard me speak on call option. Call options bet on the stock to go up. Put options bet on the stock to go down. So that's how we're making money consistently, guys. Because when we're trading options, we're not only reliant on the stock going up. That's with shares. With shares, you only make money with the stock price going up. You don't make money on the downside with shares. With stock options, you can make money whether the stock go up, down, sideways. That bitch can do a backflip, a 360 Oreo, a cartwheel, a goddamn front flip. That motherfucker can do parkour, jump off a bridge. It don't matter what this stock do, we gonna make money off this motherfucker, gang. This bitch can moonwalk. We gonna make cheese, bro. You feel me? It could be doing that Philly shit. That little ditty, that little bopping shit they be doing. Whatever this motherfucker do, bro, however it want to move, we gonna make money, gang. Because we can make money on the upside and the downside when it comes to stock options, bro. So look at it just like this. If a motherfucker call your phone right now, asking you to borrow some money. Matter of fact, let's look at it like this, bro. If a motherfucker call your phone right now, right? You finna pick up the phone to answer the call, correct? You gonna pick up the phone to answer the call. But soon as they get to talking about, oh yeah, bro, you think you could let me borrow? Soon as you hear that, what you finna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm finna put my phone down. So it's always that one motherfucker to call your phone and act like they checking up on you. But this nigga want to end the conversation with asking me for some pay. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, I ain't heard from you in a couple weeks, gang. Nigga want to call you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, how grandma doing, brody? You feel me? Like, oh, yeah, how your sister and shit being, bro? What happened with the, what's that? Oh, yeah, by the way, too, bro, I forgot to ask you. Think you can let me borrow? Man, nigga, what? You ain't really care about what a nigga had going on for real, bro. You had that shit in the back of your head the whole time, my nigga. Why you ain't just call me and ask me for the cheese, bro? Why you had to fake care about a nigga? Like, you feel me? Nigga had to fake, like, yeah, you feel me? Like, he care about what a nigga got going on type shit. So I'm finna put my phone down. So look, call is up, put is down, bro. Call option up, put option down. You feel me? Boom. All right? We already established that we have strike price, expiration date, your premium, which you paid in the underlying stock. Okay? So the premium, the price of what you paid for the stock option. Okay? This is what makes this shit different between all the other types of trading out there, y'all. Because you can only lose the amount of money that you choose to put up. You cannot lose more than what you put in. That's when we're talking about Forex and futures and all that other shit when niggas trading with margin and funded accounts and shit, bro. Nigga, if I put $5 into a stock option, I can only lose. The max I can lose is $5. Nigga, if you put $5 into a fucking Forex account or a funded account, nigga, you could lose 5,000. You feel me? Because you're trading on the margin. You gotta pay them niggas back if you lose that cheese, bro. If I lose my little $5, now I gotta pay a soul back. You feel me? Them niggas could take out of your account, bro. So look, let's just say, bro, if you got a 10K account, my nigga, and you only put $1,000 into a trade, with that other trading shit, my nigga, let's just say, right, a nigga don't have no stop loss. And he don't cut his loss. Bro, and you let that motherfucker continue to bleed, it's finna eat your 1,000, and then guess what? It's finna tap into your account value. So if you got a 10K account, right? You put 1,000 in your account. You put 1,000 into a trade, right? That means you got $9,000 left buying power. Gang, guess what? If that trade go against you, my nigga, let's just say you don't got no stop, and that bitch keep bleeding, that shit could tap into your buying power of your 9K. It can eat away at what's ever in your account, my nigga. But with options, if I got a 10K account and I put $1,000 into a trade, nigga, my max loss is 1,000. If a nigga don't got no stop loss. The max I can lose is what I put into this goddamn trade. Okay? That's not saying that you should lose that or that you are going to lose that. I'm just saying that's your max loss. Does that make sense? Because obviously we're going to have stop losses where you're only going to be losing, your max loss is going to be 10 to 15%. That's it. You feel me? But I'm just saying you guys understand it. You guys understand max loss of what I'm saying that. I'm not saying that when you put 1K into this trade, he's saying that when I do lose, I'm going to lose the whole 1K. No, that's not what I'm saying, bro. Understand max loss. Max loss means your potential max loss. Okay? We have stop losses in play where you're only going to be losing 10% of that, of what you put in, or 5% or whatever the case, right? We're putting stops on our shit. We're not losing our whole position size, bro. Does that make sense? All right? The importance of stock options. Okay? Employee stock options. ESOs. A type of compensation provided by companies to employees, allowing them to purchase shares at a discount, like we just said. When you guys stock options go up in value, by your expiration date, it don't matter where that stock currently is. It's about that strike price. You can buy that motherfucker at a discount if it went your way by your expiration date. Okay? Different investment strategies. Options are used for hedging, speculation, and increasing leverage in portfolios. Options also allow you to be able to make money in any market condition, whether the stock goes up or down. Okay? Provides the opportunity for you to get much bigger and faster returns. It allows you to benefit off of stock's movement intraday in a short time period. It gives you the ability to participate in the same game as big money investors. Does that make sense? Okay? So it provides you the opportunity to get much more bigger and faster returns. So all stock options is just sped up investing. That's all it is, bro. But the fundamentals of it is investing. You're still investing at the end of the day. For some reason, when niggas get this trading, they forget that trading is actually still investing. You're just short-term, faster investing. That's all you're doing. But trading is still investing. Does that make sense? It's just bigger and faster returns, bro. With more volatility. Long-term investor is less volatility, slower returns, but bigger returns. Makes sense? So look at it just like this, bro. Stock options is nothing but shares on crack. Nigga, stock options is shares, but on steroids. Make sense? So they both got their pros and cons. A motherfucker that go to the gym, right? And he working out, he lifting his weights, he doing the shit he supposed to. He gonna get bigger, but it's gonna take that nigga, it's gonna take him a longer process. But that longer process is gonna be more sustainable. You feel me? Because he's taking a natural way. Right? Through a course of period of time, bro gonna get big, but it's gonna take him a little minute. Cause he doing this shit naturally. But with options, you the nigga that's on steroids. You in the gym, nigga, you put a shot in your ass and you instantly goddamn nigga Arnold Schwarzenegger. 3 weeks and you buff as hell. You that big nigga that be dancing on Instagram, that gorilla nigga eating food and shit. That's how big you gonna be, bro. When 3 weeks. That's what options is, my nigga. You feel me? But it also come with more risk. That's not organic. So you are at risk of your dick being little, bro. When you take steroids. Am I correct? When you taking a natural way, nigga, lifting weights and shit, you don't gotta worry about you feel me, your dick shrinking and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you also not finna get that big in a short amount of time span. But when you goddamn lifting the weights and you taking a steroid, yeah, you finna get big as hell, but now you putting on more risk. Cause now you gotta worry about you being big as hell with a little ass meat. You feel me? Real shit. So we understand that, damn, yeah, we taking on the risk of stock options, but it's also, if I don't do this shit right, if I don't have risk management, certain shit, then damn, I risk at losing my bag. But I know with the shares, it's really, I can't lose in that shit. It's just slower though. So you gotta weigh how you feel about it. You feel me? How you wanna go about this shit. Just make sure you do it right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I know I gotta make this shit fun and troll with this shit, man. Told y'all, bro. Don't nobody teach this shit like me, gang. I'm telling you, bro. Real life. Alright? So, example of how they work. Suppose you have a call option to buy 100 shares of a company at $50 per share. Keep up with me here. That's the strike price. Within the next 6 months, if the strike price rises to $60, you can exercise the option buying the stock at $50 and selling it at $60, making a profit. Okay? That makes sense. Now, if the stock stays below $50, you can let the option expire and your loss is limited to the premium that you paid. Now, it's very important to remember that one contract equals 100 shares. Okay? So one contract equals 100 shares of stock. Why it's like that? Why they put it like that? I really don't know. That's just how it is. All right? So you guys will look at an options chain and the contract will say 0.050. Yeah, that's 50 cents, but you got to times it by 100. And if you smart, you know what that is. That's just $50. Okay? $50 per con. That's how much they want. All right? So technically you're not wrong. Yeah, it's 50 cents. But you got to times it by 100. So if you see a contract on the options chain that say 10.00, yeah, that's $11. But I mean, yeah, that's $10. But you got to times it by 100, bro. That's really $1,000, bro. They want for that con. Make sense? All right, so all you guys have to do is remember the tens place. When you guys were in school and your math teacher was telling you about the decimal point in the tens place, you'll easily be able to figure that out. All right, boom. So that's the breakdown of stock options, man. All right, quick, easy, and simple. Okay, so here's the things that you guys are gonna need. Okay, you're really going to need this. All right? For everything. You're going to need technical analysis. Okay? All right? I want you guys to write this down, screenshot it, whatever you have to do. Technical analysis is the study of a company's price chart. That's what this shit is. That's what the charts is. That's what everybody like to glorify. Okay? Technical analysis gives you a gauge on where you should potentially buy or sell your stock or trade. Technical analysis just gives you a visualization of what the price action is doing. Okay? Does that make sense? This is giving us a prediction of, okay, this stock is be going up in this specific moment in time or going down in this specific moment in time. This is letting us know where to potentially buy or sell our stock or trade. So technical analysis. Okay? And that is what I'm really good at. Teaching this shit to the T. So that's what you guys are going to learn when you come in the program. From A to Z. You don't have to worry about not knowing anything from scratch. You don't have to worry about any knowledge that you already do have. Don't worry. Everything is going to be here for you. Literally, the shit that works. Okay? It's not just reading stuff. Full videos. In grave detail of everything you need to know about technical analysis in the charts, when to buy or sell your trade or investments. Does that make sense? So this is one. I want y'all to write that down and keep track of that. Time frames, indicators, everything. Okay? Perfect. Setting up your watch list, all of that. The next thing is going to be fundamental analysis. Okay? What is fundamental analysis, Chris? Fundamental analysis is the study of a company's financials. Okay? Fundamental analysis is the method of evaluating a stock's by examining their financial health, business performance, and economic environment of the company. The goal is to determine the intrinsic value of a stock and assess whether this stock is undervalued, overvalued, or fairly priced. That's what this is here. I know it looks intimidating now, but don't worry about that. It's all going to come around full circle. Once you guys get in the program and you guys hit the books, all of this stuff is going to make a lot of sense. Right now, this shit look crazy as hell. I get it. But trust me, bro, it's simple. Especially the way I teach this shit. Okay? This is what the fundamentals are. Understanding a company's profitability. Okay? Now, this here lets you know whether you should buy or sell a stock in the first place. So this lets you know whether you should touch the stocks before you even get to where you even finna determine where you want to buy or sell it at. Okay, so you do this first before the technicals. Does that make sense? Remember, we said the technicals gives you a gauge on where you should potentially buy or sell your stock. The fundamentals let you know whether you should either buy or sell your stock. This is letting you know whether you should touch it in the first place. Does that make sense? Okay? That is going to be here in the fundamental section of the class. Okay? Understanding the key components of a company's financials. The three major financial statements. Once again, videos, notes, a full curriculum from A to Z, all in one place for you. You don't have to go anywhere else. Literally, it's right here. Okay? Examples of also identifying an unprofitable company. Really important. Okay? And the next thing that you guys are going to need is trader psychology, risk management, and also economic analysis. Okay? So, this is also what I'm pretty good at. Okay? So, economic analysis is just understanding the shit that's going on in the economy. As you put time in the market, you will understand that the market is nothing but a gauge or a mirror of what's going on in the world. Okay? So that's things like understanding inflation, interest rates, war, okay? GDP, FOMC, Fed rate, monetary policy, things of that nature. It's called economic analysis. Being aware of what's going on in the outside world that affects the market. Okay? Now, trader psychology and mindset. Trading and investing is an 80% mindset and psychology. Okay? If you do not have your mental right in this shit, you will not be successful in it. Does that make sense? And it takes time to get a grip on your mindset and psychology with this. But it's just one of those things that you need to get a grip and a handle on it as you move and go forward. Okay? So this gives a really good breakdown. This section here gives a really good breakdown of the main 5 things that most traders struggle with when they first get into the game. Okay? Next is going to be this. Practice and risk management. Okay? The beauty of the stock market is that you can practice with fake money before you ever use your real money. Paper trading gives you the ability to practice your strategy and get familiar with market sentiment. Does that make sense, guys? So you do not have to worry about putting up your real money first trying to learn this shit. That's why it's no excuse for not learning this shit. Because it don't cost you shit. You can literally get a good sense of what you're doing and get really comfortable before you ever put up a real dime. Does that make sense? And you can take your time with this shit, bro. You don't have to rush it. That is what I like about this career. This is the only career that gives you the ability to learn the ins and outs of this shit before you ever put up any real fucking money. What other career can you do that with? That is going to pay you the type of money that this shit is going to pay you, bro. If I want to learn real estate, guess what? I got to go put up real pay for this shit to figure out if it's going to work. If I want to start a clothing brand right now, nigga, I got to develop real merch for people to try that shit on and promote it and this, that, and the third. If I want to figure out if a car rental business is going to work for me, I have to really go get a car and test that shit out. If I want to get good at fucking trading, I can literally download an app that's finna give me fake money, but I'm finna use real-time data and literally practice, get a nice sense of what I'm doing, gain a sense of a strategy, and get comfortable before ever putting up a fucking real dime. Now you see why there's no excuses now. See that? No excuses, bro. For even at least just trying to get your feet in the game and even see if it's for you. Let alone the shares. But with the trading, you mean to tell me, bro, I don't gotta put up a penny first to figure out to get comfortable with this shit? Oh, sign me up. Where the hell they do that at? Come on now. It's that simple, bro. Alright? Now, starting amount. Okay? It's going to be anywhere from, right here it says 500 to 2,500, but you can do 252. But anywhere from $250 to $2,500 is going to be you guys' starting amount when it comes to trading. Okay? Investing, you can start with any amount. It don't matter because you have shares at any stock price. But you can't trade any stock. It has to move a certain way. It has to be liquid. It has to be tradable. It has to make sense. So with trading, your starting amount is going to be anywhere from $250 to $2,500. With long-term investing, buying shares, it don't matter what you start with. It's all about those consistent contributions we talked about at the beginning of the live. Does that make sense? And guess what? You don't even necessarily need your starting amount necessarily already to start learning. Because we just said that you don't even need a real penny to start getting the hang of this shit. Because you can paper trade first. Does that make sense? Okay? That makes sense, guys. Let me know, man. Drop an emoji. Drop an emoji in. Drop an emoji in. Drop an emoji in the chat, man. Let me know y'all with me. Let me know y'all with me. Let me know y'all with me, man. Okay? All right, bet. 1,000%. Okay? So if you somebody that resonated with everything that we went over in the live, and you like the way that I teach, and you feel like I break this shit down to the T, okay? And you understand that you don't even necessarily need your full starting amount already, right? Because you can learn to trade with fake money first. And you're going to get full access to the full curriculum that we just went over, okay? Everything to the T, including the full community mentorship. For some shit that's going to cost you a full tank of gas, bro. Probably less than that. Okay? So you got to ask yourself, bro, the potential amount of money that you're going to make learning this shit, what is $60 compared to that? What is $60 compared to that? This is just from today, by the way. I'm going to show you all my guys' gains for today and the week. And I guarantee you every single one of them motherfuckers going to be either $60 or more. Look at my boys. You guys, this is a lifetime opportunity, bro. To be able to literally learn trading and investing for some shit that's going to cost you nothing, bro. What are we talking about? You're guaranteed your return on investment, bro. Guaranteed. $60 is going to get you access to the full community mentorship. And after that, you want to continue to rock with us, continue to learn, continue to make money with the group, it's $13 a month, which is less than 33 cents a day. What the fuck is, come on. Come on, man. Y'all want to be a part of a community that's getting to this shit or what, bro? You feel me? Any other curriculum, they're going to tax you guys so much more to learn. And them niggas is not even really teaching y'all. They just giving out signals, in which they signals don't even fucking be hitting for real. You feel me? So instead of you going on YouTube, scattering all over the place, trying to find a mentor, this, that, and the third, trying to find a strategy, bro, everything is literally here for you all in one. There's nothing to debate about. You're going to spend that little 60 anyway. You might as well invest in yourself, my boy. Or female. We like females in the group too. Whoever you are. Okay? So if you guys learn today, and you find the significance in the way that I teach, and you feel like you will get to the blueprint, you will follow the blueprint, you will have a little bit of patience, discipline. Come on, man. We a team with this shit. Come on now. Results, bro. Speak for themselves. I literally put a system together to where I gave my community the chance to literally learn trading and investing basically for free, bro. Because once you get in, you fuck around, make your 60 back off a fluke. That's how easy it is to make that shit back. So everything else from there is literally just free money, bro. Think about it, gang. And I don't have Discord. I use Circle Community. So when you guys get in the group, this is the app that you have to download. Don't look for a Discord because I do not have a Discord. Circle Communities. Okay? So if you guys either DM me the word invest, or just click the link in my bio, it's literally going to give you instant access to everything. If you just want that curriculum, the beginner's trading investing class by itself, that is $100 flat, and you will always have it forever. But you don't have to get that. You're going to still get access to that with the 60. It's just, then you're going to be on a monthly plan. You're going to get full access to everything, right? But we do live meetings 2 times a week, so you're not on your own. So it's not like you're going to be going through the course and you can't ask me questions. You can't see my face, things of that nature, right? You got access to the member communication chat. Over 2,000 members in the group. So you're not going to be alone. It's other beginners, other experienced traders, right? Obviously, the call-off section. You could take members' plays. You could take my plays. Whatever, however you want to go about it. If you're somebody that already got the ball rolling, you just want to be a part of a like-minded environment too as well, and you want to rock with us, then that's fine too as well. You feel me? I got people in the group that was like, bro, I'm already profitable, but I just want to tap in with you just because, man, I like the shit that you got going on. That's cool too. You feel me? So, if you guys want to lock in with us, man, we at the member mark of 2,205 member mark. Okay? So, I love to have each and every single one of y'all, even if you don't lock in today. Take some time, go on my repost page, learn for some free game, inbox me some questions, whatever the case, man. I just want to see y'all get to it, man. But the community is growing, bro. Don't wait till it's too late. You feel me? Till we too big, you know? So, I mean, shit, hey, I'm here for the people, and you see we going crazy. You feel me? These is real people. It's real people, gang. And I'm making an impact, and my whole team is making an impact, and we putting on for everybody. So, if you want to be a part of this Invest Your Bag movement, really lock in and get to this shit, come on, man, invest in yourself. You feel me? That's all it takes. All right, so I appreciate y'all's support. Hopefully y'all learned something. Invest Your Bag Financial University, the one and only. I love what I do. I'm going to continue to put my people on game. And goddamn, you feel me? Just keep this shit going, man. Everybody bought, everybody shine. I love y'all 1,000%. And let's just get to it. 1,000. Amen. I'm out of here.